Oh, fuck. No, this is the third battle. This is Devon, so...
Ugh. Big rip. Staying in. Well, that's weird.
Okay. I'm actually fine with this. It's a nice catch.
That Tropius is in Stone Edge range, right?
Yeah, it's in Stone Age range, but it's also in range of like wing attacks now because it took like
Nice.
it just took 5 ice shards and he icy wins there. I mean, that kind of makes sense. I mean, I don't think so, but whatever.
And hello to the people watching on Twitch and YouTube. If you are looking at the VOD after the facts, we normally just hang out for 10 minutes to wait for people to come into the stream. So if you don't want to see this or other forms of banter, then skip ahead around 10 minutes or so. Sometimes we're done by then, sometimes not.
The thing is he's not going to want to switch out because he's got the RPS he wants, right?
Mm-hmm.
Problem is he hasn't used his shield yet.
Yeah, that's bad.
Okay.
Good evening, Sly. We're just watching Lyle get clapped.
No, this is the third game. I already won the first 2.
Clapped.
Okay, if I can mud
Cheats.
shot down here and come out with a Stone Edge and get a shield. Okay, give me a shield here.
Billy, howdy. What's their third
Yo,
one?
shield this, bro. You want to shield this, right? You don't want to take a Stone Edge. Okay?
Oh, okay. So Liquidation Body Slam they're running?
Yep.
Liquidation's 45, so that's 9 rock throws. Jay Zeg, thanks for the follow. We'll get to the conversation in a few minutes. Amber, howdy. Veej, sorry, Veej, thank you for the follow. How much energy did you have on that Glagger, on the Quagsire?
Quagsire is basically dry. Why is he air releasing? I mean, he would not have made 2 Leaf Blades, so...
Leaf Blade still does more, right?
Yeah, and it's less energy.
Pulled that one out. Nice.
Yeah, I was able to bring out the Dugong because he was expecting me to run the same team.
Yeah.
He was worried about the Arachnoquid in the back, right? Mm-hmm. So he made like a smart play, but I decided to like change up my third just to like confuse him a little bit. And it ended up working in my favor there. So
nice.
Well played to him, but I was able to pull that one out. So
I
did lose round 1. Pardon?
Hey, you're like, good, yeah, well played, but I'm motherfucking Lyle.
Well, I lost round 1. You have to share your screen here. Are you going to do that?
I was just thinking you'd look at it in Guestar or in share screen. So in the Twitch browser. Hey,
I can't do full screen though. It's the only annoying thing. But...
Okay, I can probably still share it in Discord. Hang on.
Yeah, just make a projector. I would like to see chat and everything. Yeah, so I lost round 1. Did I stream those? I don't think so, right?
No. No, we only saw round 3.
Wait, game 3?
Yes. Oh, okay, so you're asking if you streamed your previous matches.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Pikawawa, hey. Yeah, we are gonna learn some shit. Lyle's gonna make fun of me a bit. Go check out Pikawawa, also on Twitch. I need to 1000% learn some shit fish. What about Lyle? Amber, don't say those mean things about Lyle.
Hold on, let me see if the thing.
I'm sure someone thinks he's pretty.
It's thinking? Okay, it's working. What is going on? Chat needs to calm the fuck down.
Lyle is a prolific stirrer of shit.
Yeah, I'm getting in trouble right now, but it's all good. We're good to go.
G
I'll stay here for alligators, ladies and gentlemen.
You reckon for alligators the secret sauce? This is looking pretty similar to previous iterations, just with like for alligator and
I'm gonna disagree hardly on that.
I mean, Dragonite at the top, Florges, Gyarados, they're all there, all the usual suspects. There's just a couple of extra.
Yeah, but like, look at that. Number 5, Annihilate. Number 7, Goodra.
Yeah, I know it's not exactly the same.
Number 10, Shadow for Alligator. Number 11, Baxcalibur. For Alligator, Skeledirge. Hisuian Avalugg now has Icy Wind. Hippowdon is a new one with Shadow Sand Attack. Rhyperior was buffed since the last time we've had this with both Mud Slap and Breaking Swipe.
I stand by my point.
Dude, he's coping, chat. He's fucking coping.
Avalugg is good. I wish I had it. I literally don't have any master. No, that's not true. I was gonna say I don't have any Master League Pokemon, but no, I've level 50 to Dragonite. You proud of me?
Yes. I am proud of you for finally having a Dragonite, like a Kanto Pokemon that's been around since like 2016.
The literal basic.
Yeah, like literally the most quintessential basic Pokemon you can have for Master League.
We could
that and like Metagross.
We could keep a running tally of what I've got the XLs for.
Do you want me to start going down the list of things that I actually have built?
That you have built? Yeah, sure.
So I have the top 3.
So the Dragonite, Florges, Gyarados.
I have a Shadow Dragonite I could build, but I haven't powered it up yet. I just got a Hundo Annihilate yesterday, I believe.
Oh, wow.
So I can power that up if I need. Goodra, I don't have a Hundo yet. I think I have like a 98, but I have enough XLs if need be. Obviously, Shadow, Snorlax, Garchomp are powered up. I have a Hundo Shadow for Alligator, but I don't have enough XLs for it yet. Baxcalibur, I'm nowhere near close on that thing. Skeledirge, I have a Hundo. Hisuian Avalugg, I have a Hundo, but they're both not powered up yet. Ursaluna's powered up. Como-O, I still need XLs. Hippowdon, Magnezone, I can power up. Metagross, I have powered up, same as Rhyperior. Mamoswine powered up. Golisopod powered up. I have a lot of these things, so, you know, I'm the expert, they could say.
You have a Blissey, right?
Excalibur, I feel like would have a lot of play in this cup. Baxcalibur, you talking about? I mean, well, it's also weak to dragon, right? So, I mean,
It's
like,
it's not weak to ice though, Baxcalibur, isn't it?
no, it's not weak to ice. It's weak to dragon. But she was saying it feels like it has a lot of play in this cup because of all the dragons and such.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it's kind of like a neutral matchup, right? The stat product is okay. It is pretty high tech, like you could see here. It does beat for Alligator. It says here it barely beats Gyarados. It's probably with a bait and landing an avalanche. You do get destroyed by Annihilate. Metagross is closer than you would think, honestly.
I'll have
Yeah,
to
I
let
mean,
Automod hold
how
that
many
to the
people
end.
have excels for
Oh
this,
yeah,
right?
like no one, unless they've been like hardcore spoofing.
I mean, I wouldn't say hardcore spoofing. Like you could be walking
Oh,
your
dude.
thing. Maybe someone got a hundo like early on and just been walking it the whole time, you know?
Oh,
Like because it's one of their favorite Pokemon. Like it's maybe someone decided they love it so much
yeah, sure,
they want to pump
mathematically
Rare Candy
possible.
XLs into it, right? So you can't just automatically say they're a spoofer.
But it's ridiculously unlikely.
It's very rare. Let's just put it that way. You know what I did get, and I do want to try at some point. I got from research a hundo Hisuian Avalugg during the
Let's go.
during the Kanto tour, whatever, or not Kanto tour, whatever the tour was.
So I want to know how all these dragons do against each other.
Well, if you look by stat product, wait, was it? So Garchomp apparently has the most stat product, but
Yeah,
it
that
also has the
doesn't
most
surprise me.
attack, right?
Recommending Mudshot.
Okay, never mind. Haxorus and Salamence have more attack. Dragonite has more attack than Garchomp? I thought Garchomp typically won charge attack party there, but I guess not. Maybe I'm wrong. What did you say? Sorry?
What was I gonna, what was I saying? Oh yeah, Garchomp is saying Mudshot.
I mean, I've seen people run both. Mudshot, Outrage, Earth Power. I've run it before, but I've also seen the Dragon Tail moveset. I think you could get away with both. Yeah. Yeah, I think Garchomp is like pretty solid. I mean, I think it's slowly getting a little bit outclassed by some of the other dragons in the meta, you know? But it's for sure definitely still viable because like if you look here, like you do lose to Annihilate according to this. But that's also them baiting you with a thing and landing a Shadow Ball. Annihilate's pretty bulky actually. It's just got a not a very high attack stat, but the stamina, it's got more stamina than Garchomp, and its defense is not that much lower. So plus counter is just really good, right?
Counter is busted.
Anytime you run Sand Tomb, it's always like kind of a baiting thing, but apparently you still beat it. It's all baiting, sort of, but you could also potentially run Ice Punch. I don't know on Annihilate, right? Not sure about that, but
I mean, with the amount of dragons that you're likely to see, might not be a bad idea.
like, okay, so Haxorus was pretty common the last time, but I will say the Breaking Swipe nerf really hurt it. Because not being able to get the guaranteed, attack fall is definitely bad for it because it's pretty glossy. Like, its stat product is 65-54, whereas Dragonite is 78-61, right? So I think Dragonite is just the best dragon for sure. Garchomp is a unique dragon, but I think Garchomp or Dragonite is just better. You're really not going to see that many different dragons, to be honest with you. You are going to see Dragonite. You'll see the occasional Garchomp. You might see Goodra from time to time because of the buff buffed Aquatail because it does have like closer matchups with Metagross and such like that, like Skeledirge it can beat and such. It says it beats Annihilate, but that's with Draco Meteor. You might see some Como O2 just because it's a unique typing. But other than that, I really don't think you're going to see too many of these other dragons. Like, you know,
yeah, and
it's really mainly just Dragonite, Garchomp, and Garchomp. You're not even going to see that often. You used to see a lot of Hexers. We'll have to wait and see, but I feel like people are going to be using it less just because of the, you know, the whole Breaking Stripe thing. But I guess we'll have to wait and see
plus,
how
I
that
guess
shakes
Annihilate would hurt Haxorus as well.
But we also have other things. Yeah, Annihilate would definitely hurt Haxorus with counter for sure. So we can go at Dragon. So there are some other things like Gyarados, right? It's not a dragon, but it plays sort of like a dragon type with your Dragon Breath plus the buffed Aquatail. And then Crunch, right? But you can see here the matchup with Dragonite is like way closer than you think it should be.
Yeah. Is that regular or Shadow?
This is which? They're both regular. But you can see here, you literally bait with an Aquatail and you get to a Crunch with 4 HP.
Yeah, so if you try and go
one shield.
If you try and go straight Crunch, you're not going to get it.
Well, unless you get a debuff, I would say. Like, let's say you go for the Crunch, and then you get a debuff here. Even then, it's then you could Aquatail probably, right?
Well, I mean, I think it's suggesting you don't even get the there you go. Yeah.
So I guess there is win cons. If you do go Crunch first and they shield it, but it relies on you, you know, getting the debuff. If you just go straight Aquatail, you lose the one shield. But this is where Shadow helps. I think no, apparently Shadow doesn't even help because then the Dragon Claw KOs you. So yeah, it's an interesting matchup. You would think it would be better, but the non-stab Dragon Breath just like kind of holds it back a little bit. But it's like a really good generalist, though, Gyarados, you know? It kind of does a little bit of everything, which is why it's pretty solid.
So this is interesting. So I've been looking up all the dragons into each other, and like, as you could probably expect, just crushes everything. The only thing that I saw that was different between the Shadow and the regular was the regular is dropping Garchomp in the zeros when Garchomp is running Mudshot. And that is because a Dragon Claw doesn't KO and it allows it to get to an Outrage.
Dude, Outrage like basically one shots.
Oh yeah, 100%. Now, I didn't look at Dragon Tail, Garchomp and all that.
Dragon Tail, you just Sand Tomb, Shield and Farm down. Like as Garchomp.
Yeah. So that would be the one situation where like a dragon's beating Dragonite.
Yeah. Okay, so Frey Amber asked about Togekiss. I think Togekiss used to be a lot better. It's still definitely good because you can RPS some of the dragons, you know? But I think other fairies have kind of like surpassed it. So if you look here at fairies, like Togekiss is down at 51. Charm is just so slow. I mean, it's not bad. Like, I think Togekiss is still good because typically PvPoke undervalues Charm users. I think Togekiss is still can be useful, but Florges is just so much better. Like, it's like way more flexible and way more dynamic than Togekiss, right? Togekiss stat product around 7,000. Florges is around similar, so they're similar bulk. But just like the Fairy Wind, Disarming Voice, and Moonblast combo is just like so good. Obviously, it's ranked number 2 in the league. Like, it's such a good Pokemon.
How is Togekiss against Skeledirge? Because it does have the ancient power,
Oh,
which ain't nothing.
oh, it's horrible.
All right, never mind.
What are you gonna get? You don't get one shot by an ancient power, right?
Yeah, I mean, by the like with all the crunch, not charm damage, maybe it does.
It's resisted.
Oh, I know, but like it's still a hard hitting move.
Oh my god, little bro's coping over here. There's no way.
So how much does the ancient power do? Like I know it would lose all the evens. But like
Each
if you
card
give
is
it
37, 38%.
I was thinking it'd do like 45, 50.
A charm is doing 5%, so it is adding up a little bit. Incinerate's doing 8%.
Yeah.
So
Mixie Slaw brings up
Togekiss loses the 1/0s, and they can go straight Shadow Ball. So they could basically eat Ancient Power and all the charms and get the 2 Shadow Balls and then farm you down.
So that was my one hope for why you might want to run Togekiss over Florges.
Primarina is interesting because you do have the Waterfall or Charm option. I believe it just depends on the team comp you're running and what role you want it to fill. The problem with Waterfall is that you actually don't do as well into the dragons as you might want, right? Ice Punch Ape. Okay, that is an interesting question. I think I will say it depends on the team comp. Night Slash is like super spammy, but like Ice Punch would definitely really help against like Dragonite because like you're gonna need them to shield, but they'd probably shield anyways, right? Because they don't know if you have it. Where Night Slash definitely comes into play is like the mirror number 1. Skeleturge, if that's popular, you're definitely going to want to have Night Slash for the spamminess and the boost potential and the baiting. And also Metagross is another one where Night Slash really helps because it's a super effective, low energy move, gives you the boost potential, and but Ice Punch would give you coverage against something like a Togekiss, like super effective. So I think you could try both. I think it really depends on the team comp you're running. Just give me 1 second. I'll be back in 1 second here.
Also, Shadow Dragonite gets very close to Garchomp in the 0s, even after getting Sand Tombed. So it can like let the Sand Tomb go and get the Garchomp down to 15 HP, and it might already have been chipped. Like if you counter swap your Dragonite into a Garchomp, you might have already chipped them a little. What if you shield? Actually, so how much does that? That does 12 damage. Maybe even shielding the Sand Tomb might be enough to change that. Okay, because the Dragon Tail's doing 32 damage, so I guess shielding a 15 damage move is not going to make a difference there. But still, that's very close, and it's good to hear, good to see. Hey, Jai. I mean, yeah, that's pretty standard for Twitch.
You gotta support the stream, brah.
Yeah, brah. Gotta get that 10 cents.
Either subscribe or watch an ad, you know, or get an ad blocker. But I didn't say that. Why did my camera just go friggin' blurry on me all of a sudden? I'm gonna have to get a new camera. This thing's pissing me off sometimes. It will just do that for a little bit and
use
then
that ad money.
All of a sudden just get back into focus like perfectly fine, like nothing ever happened.
It's like what blur?
Snorlax is really good. I like Snorlax a lot. I have a Shadow Snorlax that I ran last time this meta's here, and I ran it a lot in open in Battle Frontier. I mean, Snorlax is good, but I personally like Shadow Snorlax. But we can just check the difference real quick.
Ooh.
I know not everyone has like a good enough IV Shadow that they want to power up.
It's
for Snorlax.
weird how much better the Shadow is than the normal.
What moveset do I recommend? Probably just Superpower, Body Slam. The typical one. Like you see here, like Shadow picks up Garchomp, regular Gyarados with Waterfall.
That's big.
Spark. What is this? Spark Magnezone? Did he not update that yet? Why would Magnezone run Spark?
AG Bridal, thank you for the follow. Welcome in.
Okay, picks up Magnezone, Mamoswine, Togekiss, loses Chestnut, you lose Florges, and you lose Skeledirge. But, I mean, so there is some pros and cons to it, right?
What if you're running Body Slam Outrage?
You think you want Superpower because the mirror. You have the mirror. If you want any coverage moves, I would say probably like Earthquake or something would be cool because it allows you to hit some steel types and stuff without debuffing yourself. And maybe like Skeledirge, you could hit Skeledirge super effective.
I was thinking about.
I don't know about Outrage. Like Outrage is not that good of a move. Like where it's that impactful. Like Shadow Licks and Stab Shadow Body Slams just like kind of like do a lot of the work for Snorlax.
Yeah, fair enough. Skull Bash. Oh,
I've seen people run Skull Bash before. I don't think it's that good, but
is that like a double normal moveset? You're running Skull Bash Body Slam. Like you need Body Slam, right? That's non-negotiable. 8 the greatest.
Yeah, you need double normal.
8 the greatest says should have watched this before I did my sets.
Oh damn, bro. Well,
outplayed.
Sorry for your loss.
And Meeksy also brought up Ursaluna.
Ursaluna is interesting. I think it's gonna come down to like how Annihilate is, right? Because that's another thing. Like Earthquake could technically hit Annihilate super effective, or not super. Sorry, neutral.
Yeah.
But like, because the matchup with Annihilate is pretty bad. But I don't think it's like completely unplayable. So maybe Outrage could, but I don't know. Like even with Outrage, you don't make an Outrage in the one shield. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So is it really helping you?
And well, you wouldn't make Earthquake either then.
No, but maybe you could. Yeah, maybe they don't shield. You know, if you surprise them,
and
then you shield this.
You know what I reckon would be really interesting for Snorlax is like a mid energy move, like a Dark Pulse or a Scald or something like that. Because at the moment your options are Body Slam Superpower or Body Slam and something super high energy.
Yeah, the licks do add up though, which is like the one saving grace. So if you can chip it at all, you know, like the licks are doing 4 damage, about 2%. Counters are doing a lot though.
Florges and Annihilate seem like a really good combo.
Looks like if they don't have if you best buddy or Shadow Snorlax, you can get potentially more lick damage, I think.
Say again.
Because, well, I'm just playing around with this a little bit, and a Best Buddy Snorlax Shadow picks up an extra lick breakpoint against Annihilate,
Oh,
which is pretty big.
that's big. Yeah. Is that
So
enough
you
to flip
actually,
anything?
it doesn't necessarily flip it. Wait, why isn't it throwing this? Oh, this is a zeros. Well, like, look at the one shield. Like, you get it down to 40 HP, as opposed to just regular, not Best Buddy. It comes out at 70.
Wow, that's so big.
So that's a big difference, right? So you could think if you get any chip damage on it, those licks are really adding up. Like, you could tank a Night Slash. They're not going to be shadow balling you. Don't think they're going to be running close combat just for the coverage. So, like, you could potentially come in a situation where you could get like a lick down on your Snorlax on an Annihilate, take some damage because it's not that threatening, their charge moves, and then unload like a lot of powerful charge moves into the meta, right?
That information is worth the price of admission alone.
Should I power up a 14, 15, 13 Snorlax? That is a very good question.
I am looking that up now. So if you want to keep looking at other stuff, that's fine.
It's so close. Like, I mean, if you don't mind like using more XLs later, if you get a better one, I think it's probably fine in most scenarios. Obviously, we just found like one lick breakpoint. But it's so hard to get a good Snorlax.
Yeah.
That's like borderline like buildable in my opinion. Like, it depends, in my opinion, on how bad you want to play it and how much you don't mind spending the resources, is my advice to you.
Would you purify for the hundo?
No, because it's easier to get a hundo than it is to get a shadow with those IVs.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you have, like, I have a hundo that I purified, but it's because I
not.
already had a good shadow.
Wouldn't it be easier to get a purifiable hundo than a regular hundo?
But it's just easier to get a hundo in general. Like, you can do raids, you can get people like you can do lucky trades. There's ways to get hundos, right? But like, to get a shadow, good IV shadow Snorlax, you just have to like pray, right? It's already a rare rocket. See, like, you don't lose that much.
Yeah.
Why don't you put the Best Buddy on it? You can sim my Snorlax too if you want. Mine's a 15, 15, 12. Is the Shadow Snorlax I'm using. It's pretty good. Like, the thing has 287 HP, so 15, 15, 13 regular, it's probably okay. But the thing is, I would say is like, yeah, it's a pretty good Shadow Lax. The thing is about the 15, 15, 13 regular, it's like, it's kind of hard to get XLs for Snorlax, so it's one of those things where it's like, do you really want to spend your XLs on something that's not like a perfect? Maybe, but you really have to think about it.
13, 13, 15. Let's check that out as well.
Once you start getting into like 13 attack, like, I'm not going to say don't build a shadow that doesn't have 15 attack. Like, I have a shadows a champ built for a Master League that has a 14, 15, 14 IVs. So,
I mean,
is there any bulk? Is there any breakpoints or anything for like lick? No, just scroll down. It'll show you at the bottom.
No differences.
Okay, do the Best Buddy thing though. Is it just Annihilate?
For all of them?
Yeah, just put them to level 51. You just have to do it manually.
Yeah.
For the other ones, right? You can't auto maximize. If you do that, it's going to reset the IVs.
Yeah, you're right.
You have to just change the level manually. That was a 14, 15, 14, 15, 13, I believe.
15, 15, 12. Yeah, 14, 15, 13. Yeah. Oops. And it's back to level 50. Can't start it. 51.
You have to change it manually.
Yeah, yeah. 15. 13.
Possibly Pikawawa. Again, like I said, it's a hefty investment because Snorlax is like hard. The thing is, you also have 13 defense. Like HP is less important. So I'd arguably say the two most important stats you have 13 of. So this is a lick breakpoint, right? That we're looking at,
Yes.
or is this overall?
Yeah.
So with
the
by
14,
dropping
15,
the attack,
13.
you're losing.
Yeah, it does.
Some lick
It loses a lick breakpoint against the Sphealodurge. The 13, 13, 15, that was more just like a... Like, Pikawawa wasn't suggesting they were gonna use it, but, like, that one drops a few. But, that's your main one. That's your main problem. And that's if you best buddy it as well.
Yeah, so mine's already best buddy, but and I probably would run it as the best buddy in most of the time. Oh, you purified it? Okay, well that's on you. I don't think it's a bad decision. Yeah. Anyways, so yeah, the regular does do okay. I think Jason uses the regular, but I just like shadows are cool, so I just built the shadow. The one I wish I had was a Shadow Gyarados. Bro, I want a Shadow Gyarados so bad. I don't have anything close to being good. No, I don't have a Hundo Shadow Gyarados.
What you need, Pika, is for everyone else in the world to purify their Snorlaxes. And then there's no issue. Zimbo, hey.
What's up, Zimbo? I have a 15, 15, 14. Motherfucker.
Why Iota?
That is unfortunate, and I'm pissed off. For me. For you, it's fine. Yeah, but I think those are good builds. Like, Gyarados is really strong. I can't say on Feraligatr yet, because we don't know. It's ranked high, but if you look at the stat product, it's 5,600, okay? It only gets to 3,200 CP. Time will tell, because it's kind of lacking some stats, in my opinion, for Master League. Like, Snorlax is 7,600, Goodra is 7,900, Gyarados is 6,900, Annihilate is 6,800, right? And then Feraligatr comes in at 5,613. So I don't quite know.
Hello.
Even Skeletorge is like 62. I just don't know if it quite has the stats.
I'm sure Feraligatr is perfectly happy with its bulk.
I mean, maybe, like, it loses to Annihilate. Well, that's the regular. How's it the Shadow? Also loses to Annihilate. It's a baiting thing, too. Them landing a Shadow Ball, so...
The regular Feraligatr is losing to regular Dragonite in the ones.
The Shadow loses to Dragonite too, so...
Hey, Pika with a cheer.
Well, Ice Beam 55 energy, right? So...
Yeah.
You can't... Even with a bait, you don't really get there before they get the 2 Dragon Claws, right?
You need a...
Unless you have an energy lead.
Just one Shadow Claw, right?
Yeah, Golisopod is interesting. It also has a similar issue to Feraligatr, that its stat product is not that great, but it's definitely interesting. So Golisopod's down here at number 24. It's honestly got a better stat product than Feraligatr. And it does beat Annihilate. This is Aerial Ace Liquidation. I'm not sure. I guess Aerial Ace is better. but like, I don't know. Maybe X Scissors better. Like X Scissor just hits pretty
X
hard.
is real good.
The pacing's not as nice. So you need 3 aerial aces. You need 2 aerial aces to KO Annihilate.
But like, how much does a Shadow Ball do?
You can still win it with a liquidation and a X Scissor. Shadow Ball does 49%.
I mean, if you're gonna X Scissor, may as well just Shadow Ball down, right? Because it's like double resisted.
It gets sketchy though. Aerial Ace definitely helps with the consistency.
Yeah.
But X Scissor would definitely help against some of the dragon types, like as Haxorus. Also, maybe that's pretty much it. Let's see what else. Like against Snorlax, if you don't need an high energy move. Maybe X Scissors okay. I could run Aerial Ace though too. It's kind of a toss up. Aerial Ace looks like pretty good coverage in the Open Master League or the Master League Premieres. So Sneasler. I'm just looking at Shadow Claw users now since we're on the same topic here. Doesn't look like there's too many ones that are high ranked, but Sneaslers here. This thing does pretty well in the Annihilate. This is the Shadow Sneasler. Aerial Ace almost knocks out.
Mm-hmm. Also, Galissapod saying here it beats Florges. Saying here Galissapod beats Florges with the Aerial Ace Liquidation moveset.
Okay, that's baiting with an Aerial Ace and then couple liquidations.
So what if you go
Interesting.
Straight liquidation? Yeah, still wins straight liquidation.
Okay, still wins the ones. Okay, but loses the other ones.
Twos.
Twos is probably like a baiting thing. They're probably baiting. They're shielding a couple disarming voices, then they land 2 more. They probably can go straight disarming voice. To be honest with you.
Yep.
Yeah. A lot of times, like disarming voice is the right move, but Moonblast just does more damage. So.
It's not a huge difference in DPE. 1.35 versus 1.15.
Mm-hmm. According to this, the regular Sneasler will lose the ones to Annihilate because the Shadow Claws plus the Aerial Ace don't KO, and if they get a bait off, they can land a Shadow Ball.
Ooh, yep. What about
kind of an awkward...
if they're running Ice Punch?
Ice Punch. So they would go straight Ice Punch. Sneasler wins. They need to land a Shadow Ball.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, can it get to a... So if it's running Ice Punch Shadow Ball, can it bait and then get to the Shadow Ball? No.
I think so. Yeah, barely.
Is the team... Sorry, I missed what team you're... So Shadow, Snorlax, Garchomp, and Guarded. What's that third Pokemon? New Beginnings?
What is it?
So Shadow, Snorlax, and Garchomp are the first 2, and then I think autocorrect might have got him on the 3rd. It says Guarded. Maybe Gardevoir?
I don't think you want Gardevoir.
Yeah.
Gyarados, maybe?
Oh, probably Gyarados, yeah.
Garchomp.
Shadow, Snorlax, Garchomp, Gyarados. I mean, yeah, Snorlax Double Dragon.
Not bad. You could play it like an ABB style. Like it's a pretty common thing to use like Gyarados to bait out like the fairy counter for your dragon in the back. Like a double dragon style team with like Gyarados as the pivot is like pretty common, I'd say. So I don't hate it. The only thing I would say is that Snorlax isn't like a actual like hard counter to fairy, so maybe you don't want to be that weak to fairy because it's like it's playable, but it's not like a wall or anything, right? So maybe you could switch something other than Garchomp potentially.
Gallade.
Does Gallade maybe?
I mean, you're gonna hate anything with a flying typing.
Shadow Gallade is ranked pretty well. It beats Machamp. It beats Annihilate. Okay. Loses to Snorlax. Loses to Metagross. Do I have a Shadow Gallade?
Is
it the female or the male that goes to which one?
The male.
The male goes to both, or just the male goes to?
So the female goes to both.
Okay, so I have a 14 Shadow.
Mixie's saying male.
It has to be male, motherfucker.
Oh yeah. So which is that is what I said. The male only goes to Gallade. The female goes to both.
Okay.
Is that right? Shit. No, the female only goes to the male. Male can go to both. Fuck. Male can be both. Female is only guard.
Mother trucker, right. Stupid fish. Fish on a stupid heater.
There it is. They're making fun of fish.
Yeah, come by to the stream. We're gonna make fun of fish. It's gonna be wicked. Okay, well maybe they'll bring this to raids one day, and you rocket raids, and I'll try to grind out a. One of those things. Sorry, my bad.
Invite you to my house. And all you do is just rip into me for not being as good as Lyle.
What the hell are you talking about, dude?
my house being Pallet Town.
Oh, okay.
Invite you to my city.
That was your
You're a guest in our city.
Oh, city, okay.
Also check this out. I was looking at this before. So Florges against the MLP meta.
Don't try to bump his ego too much, Frey. Okay?
Yeah, Frey, like, while I appreciate that, it is so not true.
Don't try to bump his ego too. His ego's already pretty high, so we don't want to like pump it to the moon, you know?
Now I'm picturing me standing next to LeBron James and someone being like, dude, you are just as good a basketballer as him.
I wouldn't call myself LeBron James.
The LeBron James of PvP. It's isn't it?
I've never won a championship.
That is true. But like, there's only been 2 championships.
That is also true. Thank you for pointing that
out. Yeah, I'm sure LeBron didn't win the first 2 NBA championships either.
He wasn't alive.
Exactly. So yeah, Florges against the MLP meta in the one shield's pretty middling, 17-12, but then you give it 2 fairy winds of energy. And it goes up to 22-8.
Mm-hmm.
That's huge.
Yeah,
like
it's crazy, dude. I'm telling you. I used it like every week in the Battle Frontier last season, and that thing is fucking nuts. Like it'll say like, oh, it loses this matchup. It's like, well, just give me energy and shield advantage, and I don't lose that matchup anymore.
Yeah.
You know? I'll just like take out whatever. Like I'm just like moonblasting Landorus, Mewtwo's, whatever the hell I want. Like it's crazy, dude. Thank you, Freyander. I really appreciate the support.
Unfortunately, none of these wins are things that it's like that are shocking. Like these are all things you'd probably expect to win. Like it would be amazing if it could flip like Excadrill. This is Florges.
Dude, they haven't even updated Staraptor
Oh, really?
It's got fly now.
Oh, does it?
I just wanted to see. Should be running fly close combat, right?
Probably, yeah.
Okay, apparently you lose to Night Slash Annihilate. Damn, bro, these counters are chunking.
We have not gotten to Hisuian Avalog yet. Ooh, Skeledirge doesn't do great into Shadow Dragonite. Oh, that's right, I was looking this up in GoCast. Like, you need energy lead for the Dragonite matchup.
Yeah. How does Hisuian Avalog look? It looks very interesting, but it's also easily punished. So you got to be very careful with it. It's probably hard to build a team around it. Although this matchup with Annihilate is like way closer than you would expect. That's pretty crazy. The matchup with Annihilate is almost better than Snorlax. Because you Icy Wind it, right?
Okay.
It's got pretty... It doesn't have any wind conditions, but... Icy Wind does do 26%. The Powder Snows do add up. Avalog's interesting.
Straight Icy Wind in all situations, or?
Not also. Look at you beat Florges.
Yeah.
It looks like it's a pretty good, like pretty big monster, and just in like neutral scenarios, right? Because of the debuffing and stuff.
How bulky is it?
It's pretty bulky. It's got a 212 defense and 194 stamina. That product's like 7,800, or almost 8,000.
Yeah. Wow.
It's pretty bulky.
Hmm.
And if you look at it, it's got an 18-11 win rate against the meta. It gets destroyed by Metagross, obviously, because of the bullet punches. You do beat Golisopod. Like you beat Hippowdon, it says here. You beat Swampert, apparently. That's crazy, but Swampert sucks, to be honest with you. You beat Waterfall Gyarados. That's insane. Straight Rock Slide, according to this.
Wow. Wait, it's throwing a Crunch instead of an Aquatab? Oh, it's got. This has got Crunch Outrage.
This
Waterfall.
is Waterfall.
Yeah, right.
Sometimes they don't run. Okay, so they do win it if they have Aquatail. Typically, they run Aquatail Outrage, I think. So
Really?
with Waterfall,
Why would they run a much higher energy move with a lower energy fast attack?
you can win. You can actually win the one shields against Aquatail if you go straight Icy Wind.
Good pickup.
So you can just go basically straight. What did you say? Why do they run Outrage?
So yeah, why would you, if you're running Waterfall, why would you put a higher energy move on that?
Because you need some coverage for the dragon types, or else you just get friggin' dumpstered on by.
Yeah, but like, how often are you getting to an Outrage? Hey, SS Thorn with the raid.
Yo, SS Storm with a huge fucking raid.
The best streamer in Canada, SS Thorn.
Yo, what the fuck? What is this bullshit? I thought I was the best streamer in Canada.
Yeah, you would.
Yeah, Avalog looks interesting. I don't know. There's lots of stuff. There's lots of stuff to try out here. I mean, we could like all these in mons. Look, this meta seems way more diverse and like well-rounded than last time. Because there's like all these mons have like unique play. Honestly, like 100%. So many of these mons look better than Garchomp. Not gonna lie, Garchomp's just like a more accessible one. But like Hippowdon looks cool. Magnezone is a fun one. Like you just now with Volt Switch, you just like destroy Gyarados now. You don't have to worry about mirror shotting and sparking down. You know? The Annihilate matchup is not even that bad. You would like do really well in the Florges.
So what
this
happens,
is a baiting.
I'd like to see Shadow versus regular against the Annihilate.
This is a Shadow.
Yeah. Yeah, but like how does the regular do?
Worse.
Okay.
Because the Wild Charge does less. It's a worse battle rating, right?
We did have someone asking about regular Magnezone versus Shadow, and like the Shadow is ranked a reasonable amount higher here. Just because of those Volt switches.
And I have a 98% Shadow Magnezone, so I just don't have dust to build all these things, but I do want to work on some of this stuff.
I mean, if you can, Amber.
I don't know, recommend. Amber. Everything you said you don't have XL candy for, or you don't have a hundo. So, do you have a hundo, Mankey, and NFXLs?
Have you tried using premium passes?
I built a lot of things, so that's why I have dust, and I'm not gonna. I don't feel like using premium passes on GBL, or else I'll mauled even harder about game breaking lag and the game crashing and bullshit. So I would love to use a premium pass when the game freezes out and costs me a win, and then I'll punch a hole through my wall.
That's the important question, Thorn.
Clefable sucks. Do not use Clefable. It's ranked 163. It loses to everything. It even loses to Gyarados. So shit loses to Dragon Breath Gyarados. That's how bad it is.
Nah, here's the problem. You're running it with Fairy Wind. You gotta put Charm on that shit.
Oh, we're degenning it up? Okay. Sorry, throwing Clefable sucks in Open Master League. Or in, Master League Premier, but level 50.
Hippowdon beating Florges in the ones without baiting. Hippowdon feels a little bit up, yes. It's losing to Annihilate, losing to Dragonite, losing to Gyarados.
I don't think I have a Shadow worth building, but yeah.
Oh,
why are they running Earth Power? Shouldn't they be running Scorching Sands?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Like, don't you want like to get the debuff?
And Scorching Sands is higher DPE, isn't it?
It's funny because like all these matchups, like Ice Punch Annihilate, like it has a better matchup against Ice Punch Annihilate. So that's why I'm like wondering, like is it really worth running Ice Punch? Like it like looks worse and everything.
But there's going to be so many dragons around. Like, in Great League, you can, like, most people are using Night Slash now because, like, the one thing you needed Ice Punch for was Gligar. But, like, there's going to be more than just the one Pokemon that you can crush with the Ice Punch.
It's not that you can hit Gligar. It's just that it's, like, Night Slash is needed for, like, every other matchup.
That's what I'm saying.
I think Night Slash is a better... Or Ice Punch is a better coverage move, but Night Slash is just cheaper.
Yeah,
it gives you the boost potential, and it just provides like so many more win cons in games with baiting and such. So maybe in Master League it's bulky enough to utilize Ice Punch, but in Great League it's too clunky for it. I think.
Yeah. Like
Metacham used it because it was bulky enough to take a move, and it didn't matter if it was slow. But like Annihilate's glassy, and Annihilate's glassy, right? And like it just needs quick charging moves so that it can like spam and utilize its fast move.
Yeah, 100%. Because like responding to Amber. Like the Night Slash, you're getting there in 5 every time, whereas Ice Punch is 6, and you got like residual energy there. Bring Psychic back. Ooh.
I don't know if they could bring it back to. I think they should buff it back to before they nerfed it the second time. To be honest with you, that would help Metacham a lot. I think it's fine to bring Metacham back into the meta now that Annihilate's there, because you have a good check to it, another fighter that can deal with it. But then you could really say goodbye to Vigoroth.
Oh,
if you have Annihilate and Metacham in the same meta.
Vigoroth. As in, like, I really like Vigoroth. It's like it's probably my favorite Pokemon in Great League.
Me too. I won a regional with Vigoroth, and then that very same weekend, Niantic was like, you know what? Let's just put in Annihilate into the meta just so we can,
curb Lyle.
We Vigoroth's too strong. This neutral Pokemon that hits everything and is like very flexible and not that RPS. Let's just like make it super RPS. Okay, thanks, Niantic. Good idea. We have like 2 months of Vigoroth meta, of Vigoroth, like a month and a half of Vigoroth actually being like neutral and flexible in the meta, and Niantic goes and ruins it. And then like we have like Gen whatever the fuck starters that haven't been even introduced into the game when we have like half of a generation later already in the game. So who knows how they introduce Pokemon.
I feel like Primarina should be ranked a little higher than this, right? It's suggesting Charm. Probably Waterfall the way to go.
Let me mold, Thorn. Let me mold.
That's all he's got. Don't take that away from me.
All I got. I got no hair and lots of mold.
Oh, Evan with the raid as well.
Yo, let's fucking go, baby. Evan, welcome back to streaming. Thank you so much for the raid. We're breaking down the Master League Premier meta. It's a friggin' wicked awesome meta. Hope you guys are enjoying it so far. If you've done any battles, we're taking a look at some stuff here. Definitely very diverse meta. Lots to break down. Like Rhyperior is pretty strong. Rhyperior beats Florges, it says. Rockworker is no joke.
Oh, it's a killer move.
It's the same damage and energy as Blast Burn, and it's stab from Rhyperior because it's a rock type, right? So it just friggin' destroys things. And you get there in 6, then 5 rock mud slaps, which is pretty quick. And like I know it's saying here it's losing to Dragonite, but like if you could ever get shields down, that okay, Evan and Mandu are laughing. I might have to ban them in a second. Any interest in?
I'm glad that shout out for Evan worked, because if I put in the wrong number of 7s one time, I was like, nah, fuck that.
Is Empoleon good? I think Empoleon's interesting. I'm not sure. Let's see where it's ranked here. Okay, Shadow's ranked much higher than the regular. I mean, you do beat Florges pretty well.
Oh, you're losing to Dragonite.
Yeah, you lose to Dragonite, but that's because Drill Peck just sucks ass, right?
And how are you losing to Metagross?
Oh, this is the Shadow. Well, because they resist Steel Wing too, and you're not gonna. It's probably like a baiting thing, right?
Yeah, you're right.
Like they will. Like.
If you call a
Meteor Match does nothing. Meteor Match does nothing, but Earthquake does 87%, right? But they have baiting potential. Like they can even double bait you in the 2 shield because your Steel Wings are doing dick all. Yeah. But if you have a Shadow, they can still even double bait you. It's crazy. Again, Empoleon's similar to Feraligatr, where like look at the stat product difference, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah, that's heaps.
like 80, like this thing has 204 defense and Empoleon 170. Like, so that's just like the main difference of that's the main problem with it. It's got interesting typing and moves, so I don't think it's horrible, but I don't think it's that consistent either.
Empoleon versus Gyarados?
Oh, Gyarados probably wins that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, if Gyarados can flip,
you're resisting the
against,
Steel
like,
Wings. Dragon Breath's just better, and like you
Yeah.
just spam Aqua Tails. Like
yeah, you don't even need to crunch.
Gyarados wins charge attack priority. Like it's pretty good. This is Shadow Empoleon. We can check regular Empoleon. Empoleon still loses. Like 2 Hydros plus Steel Wings don't even knock out. This is with Flash Cannon,
Mm-hmm.
which is weird. Maybe with Drill Peck, you still lose. So
How
Drill
much
Peck is not even that
is
good.
Flash Cannon
Like
in a
Drill
neutral
Peck
matchup?
does 4 more damage than Hydro Cannon,
Mm-hmm.
and one's resisted. So
Yeah.
that's how bad Drill Peck is.
So maybe Flash Cannon's away, or Blizzard?
I mean, maybe Blizzard could be interesting. Even a Blizzard isn't enough to
Mm.
flip that. I don't know. I don't think it's that good. I wouldn't waste Stardust and Excels on it, but
Oh, interesting. You need Charm with. So I was looking at Primarina before. You need Charm against Annihilate, or you lose that.
yeah.
Waterfall does allow you to beat Excadrill, Rhyperior, Skeledirge, so stuff that you'd expect it to beat. You're still losing to Metagross, I think.
Yeah, the waterfalls don't do enough. Maybe when it gets Hydro Cannon, but again, like yeah, maybe a Hydro Cannon will help it. I think, but it's not going to be this week, so
We've only got this for a week, don't we?
I believe it is only for 1 week. I can check here and see.
It's a Mountain Dew Gundam. Sorry, you're not allowed to use that emote here.
Which one?
The Clefable.
The SS Storing Clefable High?
Yeah, that's.
Damn, you're mean.
So I was looking it up
Yeah, 1
before
week.
just in Team Builder, but like I couldn't find anything good. What would you pair with Skeledirge?
Probably just like a dragon type, right? Why not? Like Dragonite.
Well, you're probably not gonna be able to handle other dragons very well. You need, like we said before, you need the energy lead on Skeledirge to do anything with that.
Well, you can chip with the disarming voice, and then you can beat the other dragons.
What about like a Magnezone? Because then, like, that handles Gyarados, which is a huge problem for Skeledirge. And you're generally beating the other dragons. Skelly Double Dragon.
Potentially, Gyarados is fine against. Maybe Annihilate could be annoying.
Yeah, good one. But then, what's the Annihilate Skelly
Like
matchup
Garchomp
like on
would
even
fuck
energy?
you up. Garchomp would probably clap you
Yes, it
with
would.
that core.
And Zimbo's saying Skelly Double Dragon, but you'd be too weak against Gyarados. Yeah.
Gyarados is not that bad for the dragons. I mean, you could always just like try to chip it, and I mean they recommend stuff here too, so you can see here.
What if you
maybe Annihilate could be a good pair with it too, or they're recommending
Skelly
suggested
Annihilate?
teammate. See Dragonite, Snorlax, dude. Like I said, with this, if you have a Snorlax, Dude, so you just like, if you don't know what to put with the Pokemon, you just put Snorlax with it.
It's like Lickitung. It's the Lickitung
yeah,
of Master League.
It's like Greedent. It's like Ultra League Greedent. You know, you just like throw it on any friggin' team.
Yeah.
And it like fit in and like do something there. It may not be perfect, but Blissey, I don't think Blissey's very good, but Blissey's here, way down here, 287. Oh, you beat Gengar. Well, that's
what's
good.
his stat
and
product?
Bomb Shadow.
8,000 stat product.
Good stat product, very low attack, incredible stamina. Just doesn't do. According to this, it beats Gyarados, but that's because it has Wild Charge now. You guys don't remember. It beats Mantine, you know, the most common Master League Pokemon there is. Yeah, you beat Gyarados with a 502 battle rating. If I ever get a Shadow, if I ever get a Hundo Blissey, yeah, you fuck up Mantine, you know. That's a pretty sick battle rating, 713 battle rating against Mantine.
Can we check Mantine stats?
Yeah, you know, the 314th best Pokemon that beats Excelgor, Hitmonlee, Sawsbuck, Golisopod, Garchomp. Okay, those are two somewhat meta-ish picks.
Finally, something to check Hitmonlee.
Yeah,
that Shadow Hitmonlee, man.
That Shadow Hitmonlee at rank number 258.
It's a menace.
Who's got some decent meta wins?
No Hitmonlee right now.
Okay, there is some things out. Let me just go over some things real quick here, just to say don't try. Like, I don't know about Ursaluna because, like, the thing is, Annihilate's gonna be so popular. I think it's just really gonna hurt Ursaluna. Like, you know, you're already weak to counter, and then you're doing fucking tackles. Like, oh god, that just sounds like my worst nightmare. Swampert, again, is the same issue as the other stuff. It's just a little under leveled. Maybe you could try Shadow Swampert, but there's just so many flyers in this meta. There's a lot of like Gyarados, Dragonite teams. I'm not sure Swampert's worth it. Gold Dingo is an interesting pick. I think it could be pretty cool. Conquador is a new one since this meta's come around last time. It was sort of useful before, but now it has Brutal Swing, which will help it a lot versus Metagross and such. But again, now they've added Annihilate, so people don't even get to play Conquador, right?
Yes.
No, complete breakdown is not a lie. We go into freaking every little nook and cranny. By the end of it, you're gonna be hating this stream.
At the 2-hour mark, I want to look into Dunsparce.
Hydreigon is ass. Do never build a Master League Hydreigon. It's complete garbage. Do not waste your time and energy on that. Dude, I kind of want to build my Shadow Sneasler just for shits. Like, if I could get that thing lined up on Annihilate, I'll just be like a pig in shit, as they say, you know?
They do say that. This is pretty gross. Look at this. Ursaluna with Thunder Punch against Shadow Gyarados. It is winning, but with 3 HP left.
Yeah.
So, like, the biggest thing you want Ursaluna for is it's only just by the skin of its fangs winning that. Crush my
It is pretty bulky,
Nice.
though, I will say.
It is.
Dude, they just need to give it Shadow Claw. Like put Shadow Claw on Ursaluna right now.
That would be wild.
You'll see, like,
You're not
it's
happy
not
with
even
Rock
that
Smash?
broken. Imagine it had Shadow Claw, like, and it could fight back against Annihilate and such. Like, that would be pretty sick, right? Wouldn't it?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Okay, what else here? Rhyperior, again, I did talk about. It's an interesting pick. I think it gets outclassed by a lot of the meta. It does fucking clap Skeledirge, though. So that is something to keep in mind. But it is also double weak to water and loses to Annihilate, and it like you have a ground fast move, so
yeah, you're right. Like this thing would benefit so much from having that faster
dude,
energy generation.
I used to love running Shadow Machamp safe swap in Master League Premier. There's no friggin' way you can get away with that now. Like Shadow Machamp is gone.
Gone.
Chestnut is interesting. I think it's pretty good. Because like you wall technically the charge moves from Gyarados.
Losing to Annihilate though.
It's not bad though.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not amazing.
Worse than what I imagine it would be.
Dude, it's all baiting bullshit. I'm telling you. Like,
yeah.
They can just get the 2 Shadow Balls. Frenzy does 40%. You do win the 2 shield if you shield Shadow Balls. So if they start baiting you, then it's not good. But even if you shield 2 baits, you can get it pretty low. You win the zeros, which is nice. You could take a Shadow Ball.
Go back to the 2s for a sec. Oh, that's with baiting back on. I was like, it's super powering at the end.
Hey, yeah, you need to fucking let the opponent know.
And yeah,
you need to let the
and you have to do that too, otherwise they'll get to a Shadow Ball.
I won, bro. I won, bro. Get fucked. Take this superpower, you stupid ghost bitch. That's what they say. But like you completely wall Excadrill, which I think is a pretty good Pokemon. We haven't talked about Excadrill much. It is a little bit lower, but if you look here, it has play in the Dragonite, Gyarados, Togekiss, Florges, Metagross, Snorlax. Annihilate is a little rougher, but you could still drill run depending on the correct scenario, right? Like a drill run does 40%. So like 2 drill runs almost KO with some mud shots. Like you do have win cons here, right? So I think it's interesting. Shadow just doesn't look as good.
Sorry, if an opponent counter swaps Annihilate into you, can they just shield once and counter down?
What, the Excadrill?
Yeah.
Counter all the way down? Okay. Oh, yeah, looks like it. You come out with 91 energy.
Oh, and like a third of your health. But
you do guarantee a shield. Because with the mud shots, 2 drill runs will knock out.
Yeah, but like they're going to get that straight back with all the energy they've got on 8.
Yes. Most likely. Unless you have something to wall that energy, which we don't really have anything that like completely walls that. We don't have like a Wigglytuff or a Mandibuzz or something, right? Let's see, Master League, Premier. What do we got for normal types? Snorlax, Beware. Technically walls it, but who the fuck is using Beware?
Beware could be alright. Depending on how much Annihilate... depending on how much Annihilate we see. No, it's still losing.
It's still losing to Annihilate, bro. What other dark types do we have? Technically like a lowland muck, but yeah, these things all get... Nah.
Okay, so I was wrong about that, Freya. They banned Drain Punch because there's problems with that, but the Pokemon itself is still usable.
Oh, is Drain Punch still unusable?
Last I heard, I haven't been keeping up with the Drain Punch news.
Like Vaporeon's here, do not use Vaporeon. Chestnut's interesting. Togekiss again is pretty decent. I've used my lot of.
We've hit that time. We need like a sting to come in when as soon as Lyle starts looking at all the Pokemon like way down in the list, and being like, yeah, that's all right. That could be okay. Oh, that could be something like that. We should give that segment a name.
Like I think Shadow Walrun has some play. It's not completely usable. Like if it's Waterfall Gyarados, you have a lot of play there. You obviously ice types are good because of the dragons, right?
Mhm.
So I think it's interesting. I do have an Escavalier built. I probably won't be using it, but it's interesting to consider. Poliwrath is number 68. Cool. That's not bad. Heracross is here now. I've seen people use Roserade in the past. I don't think it's that good, but I mean, it is available. You do have some play in Annihilate. Um, Shadow Electivire could be fun. Copium. Um, Go. What the fuck's this thing get to? 3163. Okay. Okay. I see you, Go. Yeah, basically from that point on, it's just like garbage, you know? There's like nothing down here that you would ever consider. Like maybe Greninja if you like really wanted to try to make something super spicy. Maybe Volcarona. This is the final evolution, right?
Yeah.
It's just got ass.
Well, you're not going to see any
chargers,
middle
but
evolutions in Master League.
I'm just double checking. I don't even know what the hell it is. Salamence, I guess, if they want to get like super spicy, but like yeah, with the key wins of Maractus and Spiritomb, you know?
I feel like the play's just got to be Annihilate and 2 fairy counters.
I've seen Shadow Charizard once in a while, okay? I have seen it. Because you do beat Metagross and you do beat like the fairy types, although it says here you lose the Florges. So it says here you beat Snorlax, so losing to Annihilate. Oh, this is Dragon Breath. This is Dragon Breath. I've seen, I think with Wing Attack, like you probably beat Annihilate, I would assume, right? Yeah, so you do beat Annihilate. You would beat the fairies. So I think like Shadow Charizard is interesting if you do have one that's like that good that could have ranked.
What do you think of an Annihilate Pursuing Avalugg team? You're probably still fairly weak to Gyarados.
Which one?
Annihilate Pursuing Avalugg?
Yeah, that could be interesting. So you think I definitely need an Annihilate for this league, right?
Yeah, 100%. Because there's like nothing that walls it. The only things that beat it consistently enough are the fairies. Like Dragonite's not too bad into it.
Like Annihilate and
Gyarados.
Florges, like a really good pair.
Yeah. There's really not much that can beat both. I did look that
like
up before.
Annihilate Florges plus like
Galissapod beats both.
Okay, but like Galissapod, it's not like that good into Florges. Like,
I mean, it's something. It's like you're not going to get anything that like hard core breaks both of those.
I better evolve my. Ursaring is in the rankings. Yes, it is. How many people do we have in stream here?
Like 70 something.
Damn, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Give me one. I'll be right back. Chat as I'm gone for a second. Cause we're about to wrap up, right? Just confirming.
Say again. We're about to wrap up.
I think we're pretty much done most of it, right?
Yeah. I mean, if you're looking at Volcarona, then yeah, we're pretty done.
Yeah. Snorlax could fit in with it. Okay, does anyone want me to go live after this? Type a 1 in type a 69 in chat if you want me to go live, and I'll be back in 1 minute.
If you don't want him to go live and you want him to quit streaming, type 420. All right. I'm not seeing much support for the second option. Mormon mad, hey. 69 points. How can he do both? 100% red. Like, if you've got an Annihilate, build that thing. Like, what I've got on my screen here, these are like the only things that can beat both Annihilate and Florges. Armor Rouge. What? Skeleturge. That's a good pick. Gengar, Typhlosion. Talonflame. I don't know, too many dragons and Gyarados around. Like, okay, so that if we add in Gyarados, how does that change this list? Let's go the regular. A. Yeah, the best thing against this team is opposing Florges. Do it, you coward. Shots fired. So, after an hour and a half of conversation, the conclusion is run these 3 Pokemon specifically. No excuses.
All right, what's going on?
We've basically found the
What
team.
was the consensus?
This is it.
The consensus from chat. They want me to stream?
They want you to quit. They want you to never stream again.
Oh, you're doing the when Lyle comes back, pretend like he can't hear you bullshit. Oh, the oldest trick in the book. You think I'm that stupid?
It's a classic. A bald head shaving stream.
Yeah. You think I'm dumb, bro? I've been around Twitch. You guys are fucking stupid, dude.
Entire head of shaving cream.
You guys are actually clueless.
Next sub goal. Can we do that? Oh, next sub goal. Shave the facial hair. I'm not hearing a no.
What? I'm gonna shave my what?
Facial hair. Next sub goal.
No, I don't want to shave my facial hair.
It's what the people want.
I don't want to shave my facial hair. I like my facial hair. I'll shave my head. I would shave my chest before I shave my facial hair.
I'm adding that to the quotes.
Yeah. Voltorb cosplay. Okay, so should I go live now and then you're gonna raid me? Or what do you want me to do?
One more thing. What would you recommend to take on the team that I've just brought up here? Annihilate, Florges, Gyarados.
What would I recommend to what?
To counter that line, or to, like, if you don't have any of those Pokemon, is there anything you can replace?
Florges? Looks like it does pretty well into that line.
Okay. And then if you don't have any of those 3, what would you replace them with?
Like you put a Dragonite in there somewhere. You could try Togekiss. You could always play Open Great League. I'm gonna run Annihilate. I'm gonna run Annihilate, Florges, Snorlax. That's the team I'm gonna run.
Oh, why didn't that work? What are you running?
Annihilate, Florges, Snorlax. I think Shadow Snorlax.
That looks pretty good.
Yo, what's up, Simi Kid?
Hey, Simi.
46. The next up and coming battler. If you would ever stop running fucking Surfetched, welcome in.
Skeleturge is a bit of a problem.
Yeah, we'll have to see. I mean, you could always like chip it with like an is that Ice Punch Ape they're recommending there or what?
No, Slash.
Yeah, Skeletor's issue, but I mean, we'll see. If we start seeing lots of Skeletor, we could potentially change
Which
it up.
I don't think you'll see too many, because like its main selling point is the fairy coverage, and like disarming voice isn't doing that much to the dragons. Like all the dragons can live a disarming voice.
Yeah, he is confirmed not an up and coming battler if he's running Servetch. Confirmed, man. Dugan. Worlds though, he's not running Servetch. He already promised me he's gonna run a try hard team at Worlds, and we're all there for the experience.
All right, go live. Let's end this.
Okay, I'm live. I'm gonna stop sharing my screen with you. I'm gonna leave the together stream so that I can start sharing my camera.
All right.
Okay, have a good night. Thank you so much for the stream. Love everyone. Don't forget to like and subscribe and whatever.
Also, in about 12 hours from now, we're going to be running the Gym Breakers World Cup final. So that's Italy versus Netherlands. We've got some huge names there, like Inadequance and Tho, both on the Netherlands team. On the Italian side, we've got Aspergelto, Emalange, Dushan Ristic. It'll be some hype battles, and we've got Inadequance and C. Leonardo 77, who's also on the Italian team. He's they're both going to be casting with us, as well as Final Boss AJ. So that's 12 hours from now on this channel. Check that out, and we'll also be doing, for those of you who are actually, let me set up that raid first, and then I'll keep talking.
I can still hear, by the way.
Okay. Oh, because I was about to talk some mad crap about you.
Yeah, that fish guy, he's a real fucking loser. Am I right, chat?
Netherlands poached, though. I don't think you can poach your own player.
Wait, isn't though Dutch?
Yeah, he's Dutch. Yeah, so like you can't really poach him if he's Dutch.
Yeah, that's right, bro. Who's saying he's got poached?
And then also we have, if you are playing Devon, we have... I think we've set it in stone now, like the genetic cup breakdown.
Yeah, the genetic cup. Yeah, I've been looking into that a bit too. So because I think it's a good idea to look at that one beforehand.
Yeah, 100%.
Because it does look a little complicated. So we should definitely look into that.
I think we said that would be the Thursday, the 2nd of May, US time.
Potentially,
in the evenings.
potentially.
So keep an eye out for that. Just follow us on Twitter, Pallet Town PvP. Join us for both of those and have fun live with your stream. Thank you for joining me once again.
I need you, Thorn. You want to send me a battle?
No, too late.
I need to evolve this Annihilate.
I've just raided.
Thank you so much. Oh, Pallet Town with the massive raid.
Yeah, woo!
Oh my god, thank you so much. I'm so shocked and surprised.